What's up, guys? So with everything crazy going on in the world right now, we always need a distraction. And this year marks the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo. I always call the Olympics the time in the world every 4 years, especially the Summer Olympics, when the world stops and honors the gods of Olympus. And they do it not intentionally, but it's still done. And that's made even more relevant with the opening ceremonies whenever they light the torch at the Temple of Eri. So needless to say, I've been inspired. I've had that inspiration hit me, and I thought it'd be fun to do a little video about some interesting and fun facts about the Olympic Games. Much like in ancient times when the games were a distraction from war, the games this year will be a distraction from the worries that we have that are happening in the world now. And so I hope you guys like this video and have fun, and I'll talk to you later. The prayer to Apollo that was recited for the Tokyo Games of 2020 was this: Apollo, god of the sun, an idea of light, send your rays and light to the sacred torch for the hospitable city of Tokyo, and you, Zeus, give peace to all peoples on earth and reap the winners of the sacred race. The temple of Goddess Eri in ancient Olympia was originally a temple for both Zeus and Eri. Today at this altar is where the Olympic flame is lit. It is also believed that the disc of Aphytos, which marked the beginning of the first Olympic Games, was also kept in the temple as well. In myth, it is said that Heracles himself invented the Olympic Games to honor Zeus after his trials. But what we do know is that in 776 BC is when it's believed the first games were held, when a cook from nearby Elis, close to Olympia, won a stadion race, which is a foot race of 600 feet. According to some literary traditions, this was the only athletic event of the Games for the first 13 Olympic festivals, or at least until 724 BC. Some of the events that would be later added to the Games would be boxing, chariot racing, long jump, javelin, discus, running, wrestling, and pankration. So pankration you can think of as the ancient Olympian Games version of the MMA. So in pankration, it literally means all force and is a combination of wrestling and boxing. It involves everything permitted except biting, gouging, as in stabbing with your fingers into the opponent's eyes, nose, and mouth, and attacking the genitals. So basically, it is ancient Greece MMA. The Olympic flame of today is a modern invention, but the idea of the Olympic flame was derived from ancient Greece, where the sacred fires were kept burning throughout the celebration of the Olympic Games on the altars of the sanctuary of Hestia. Fire has always had divine connotations. It was thought to have been stolen from the gods by Prometheus. Sacred fires were present at many ancient Greek sanctuaries, including those at Olympia. Every 4 years, when Zeus was honored at the Olympic Games, additional fires were lit at his temple and that of his wife Eri. The modern Olympic flame is ignited at the site of the Temple of Eri to this day for that reason. The Roman invasion of Olympia was the beginning of the end for the ancient Olympic Games. The Romans invaded Olympia in 85 BC, but the Games did continue under Roman rule, but then were again disrupted by a Germanic invasion around 300 AD. And then the Games became part of a pagan festival until Christian Emperor Theodosius I ordered the closure of all pagan events in 393 AD, and thus ended the era of ancient Olympic Games. And thus the Games came to a close. But lucky for us that in the 20th century, they were brought back again. There were the beginnings of it in the late 19th century, but it was the early 20th century whenever the Olympic Games as we know them today was brought back to full force to modern day. And I hope you guys liked a little bit of the trivia that I got to share with you guys. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this video and have some fun and enjoy the games. And I will talk to you later. And always remember the gods. Bye.